everyone. Welcome back to the Culturally Distinct Podcast. It's your boy, DJ KO. I'm glad you guys tuned back in to the show. It's been a long time. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. Shout out to everybody that got an opportunity to come hit me in the DMs, see me in the club, see me in the bar, see me in these little spots in Houston, say, I like your show. I appreciate the show. I want to come on the show. Hey, I'm flattered. This little young man from Louisiana, I'm just flattered that you guys are just even watching the show. But anyway, I like to thank you guys, man. I appreciate it. What you guys been doing and supporting, man. Thank you. Continue to tell a friend, what we got going on. I appreciate it. Much love to my sponsor, 605 Adult Beverages. It's getting cool down here in Texas, but at the same time, you still could drink a good adult beverage. This is the only beverage that you know that's on the market that's THC and alcohol mixed together from Brooklyn's finest. Yes, you didn't know that. But, 605 Adult Beverages over at Drink ALP 6. Hit those guys up. Margarita, daiquiri, anything that's infused, anything on ice, frozen, you can hit it up. And, in Houston, we stay, cold, maybe 2 months out the year, if maybe. That 2 days out the year. But hit those guys up. Also, much love to Red Core Universe for also partnering with us. Much love to you guys, man. Guys, we have a special show for you guys today. As you see, my beautiful guest with the afro and don't care, you know what I'm saying? Miss Cleopatra. Who else? Who had an afro back then? Pam Grier. Who else had an afro? I'm going to take it back.
Chrissy Love.
Oh, you took it back. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I like everybody. Those who are listening on Apple or Spotify that do not have the visuals, the voice that you hear in the elegant voice that you hear in the background. It's Cleo, Saxophonist. Hey, how you doing, man?
I'm doing wonderful. Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming to the show. I know you're so busy, you know what I'm saying? And people might know, let me say this. People might see you, but they never ever had that conversation with you.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a mystery. But when people know me, then they realize I'm quite extrovert.
Yeah, inside out. You just have a certain look that is breathtaking. It's like a breathtaking, like.
That's so kind.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? See, we give compliments on a culturally distinct podcast. This is not a podcast where we bash women. We love our black women. But anyway, Cleo, how are you doing, man?
I'm wonderful.
That's
how
awesome.
Are you?
I'm great. I'm blessed. I'm living. I'm healthy. You know what I'm saying? Wealthy.
Amen.
That's it. So, Cleo, tell the people where exactly are you from? Starting off.
I am from many places in my spirit, but I was born in Detroit, Michigan. A lot of people don't know that, but they definitely can tell that I'm not from the South. When I'm in the South, they're like, you're not from here. And then when I'm on the East Coast, they're like, you're not from here. So Midwest, we're kind of, strange.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? It was funny. Detroit has a big presence in Houston. A real big presence.
Yeah, I would say it's starting to, especially.
This is how I know Detroit is it's a major presence. They was playing Blade Icewood in the club.
How do you even know who that is?
Hey, you
gotta be joking. You gotta be joking. I think people don't realize that some of this new trap music and this music that they're listening to is actually like some underground Detroit stuff that people, that came up over time. These guys really waited for their music to bang. So, not particularly my tea, but
right. The D. So how long you been in Houston?
I've been in Houston 3 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, but just about.
From Detroit?
No, I've lived all over.
Okay.
I lived in Florida. I lived in Atlanta. I lived in New York for some time.
Okay.
I lived, I'm forgetting somewhere.
You lived
Austin.
everywhere.
I lived in Austin for 4 years.
Really? Austin, Austin don't have too many of us there,
No, they don't.
Yeah, especially now. It's super, super duper Anglo.
You can focus there.
Yes.
You want to just work or whatever, you could very much focus because,
Yeah.
Yeah, not the best nightlife.
So what brought you to Houston? Because right now Houston is popping. And you say you've been here 3 years, so you must have. Are you don't? Please don't tell me. Are you a COVID implant? Did you come out because of COVID?
I think I am actually.
Oh, you are a COVID implant.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am.
Okay.
I am.
Okay. So you've been out. You've been out in Houston since 2021.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Why the move? Just.
Oh, just life. I was in Florida. I was in a relationship, and the relationship ended, and I moved to Houston because my mom lived here. So just because I had a family member here, and a lot of people don't know this about me, but I actually was a poker dealer before I was in music. Yeah, poker dealer, and I used to play poker. And so Houston has a huge, Texas with poker. People don't know because there's no casinos here, but there's card houses.
Yeah.
And underground games we won't talk about.
We ain't gonna talk about that.
No, nobody's business.
Right.
But yeah, so I was in poker, and that's why I came here.
Do you still do it? You know, we have a lot of places that, and I
No,
cook
I
you up
don't.
with a couple people, you know, but they get a little money on the side for the house. You know what I'm saying?
No, but yeah, so
Okay, cool. So so music is your thing. How long have you been in music?
well, I am from Motown. So with that being said, everybody from Detroit has a really special relationship to music. I would say kind of like people from Louisiana.
Yeah.
We actually touch on that because where we're from is like the foundation for some really, really rich, great music.
Absolutely.
So always loved music, been into it. I have some music kind of running through my family.
Who played? Like, how did you even get into
So
it?
I remember being a child, and my uncle-in-law is from Jamaica, and he would make reggae music in my grandmother's basement with my aunt, and she sang and did stuff, and they were Rastas, and so that was one of the first interpretations I had of music up close, live music. He played guitar, everything. He actually toured with the Wailers.
Oh, wow.
Bob's band. So
Oh, wow.
that and yeah, my mother is a musician.
Okay.
Just for her own.
So what she played?
She actually is kind of self-taught, and she is recently a musician like myself. She's actually my inspiration for why I became a musician. She plays the violin and the cello.
Oh, wow. That's not it. Hold up. First of all,
I know.
First of all,
I ain't say I played it.
you can't be self-taught and to play the violin and cello. That is like so complicated.
She's very intelligent. And so, yeah, when I moved to Houston, she had picked it up in like 3 months. She could read, play. I just was like, whoa. I had to get an instrument. I had to test the gene pool, like, maybe I could play something. And I just knew I would be a horn player. And so...
So hold up. You're going too fast right now.
I know. I tried not to. I tried to wait for you to ask me.
Because I'm like, how in the
You ain't
world can a grown person just pick up an instrument and start playing? You know how complicated it is? First of all, they got to understand music. They got to understand. I'm not saying they got to read the music, but they got to understand what the sounds are, the chords, what A minor, B flat, all that stuff. They got to know all that stuff, kind of, sort of.
Well, you do, but I think music will like grow onto you. Music isn't something that you have to over study or overthink. It's kind of like the brain and the body connect, and especially if you are into music.
Yeah,
it's like it's a very spiritual thing, but some might be definitely more natural than others, and I would consider me and mine to be that.
so basically, this is what I'm hearing. You're more of your mom and yourself is more of a connection, spiritual connection with the music. So
probably.
So the flower, the God flower, if you know what I'm speaking about, the God flower enhances that.
Oh, you talking about the herbs?
Yeah.
The herbs.
Yeah.
I love the herbs. My mom don't smoke the herb, so
Okay.
she just smart. Me,
Okay.
no. I mean, I have had friends for years that have played with the best. I have friends that played with Prince, Jay-Z, and
Wow.
I've been friends with these people way before becoming a musician. So I feel like we connected on music because I'm not surface level music. Um, I probably shouldn't say this, but I don't listen to new music.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's like, get a grip,
Well, nothing wrong with
If I
that.
meet a new artist that can give me an opportunity, I'm going to lie my ass off. Girl, I'm a fan. I am a fan because I'm just so stuck in the past.
But nothing's wrong with that though. I don't. Me personally, I don't see nothing is wrong with that because I'm not gonna ask you your age, but I'm pretty sure that you're of the age where you know the quality of music that was made back then. They had
Most
they had
definitely.
the string instruments, right? They had the percussion instruments. I'm talking about live
Right.
in the studio while they was making these albums versus a machine,
Oh, yeah.
and then the creativity of just making lyrics of love, of experiences was all different.
Music was definitely more valued.
Absolutely.
And, raw talent was respected. And so there's benefits to then and there's benefits to now. Like, social media. I could make a video and be on the phone with Beyonce tomorrow.
Yeah.
They couldn't do that back in the day. So, but then again, back in the day, you didn't have these people that have zero talent and all finesse thriving, and some really talented people getting looked past. So,
Yeah.
give and take.
I got you. So why the saxophone? So you say your mom played the cello and the violin. So what was so for the people that don't know, Cleo plays the saxophone.
I do.
The alto saxophone,
I played
right?
a tenor.
The tenor saxophone. So what made you pick up the saxophone out of all things? Because most women, I'm not going to make this a gender thing, but most women tend to go to piano or more of a feminine instrument.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, for sure. So I went into the music store. No, okay. Number one, let me shout out somebody right now. Keon Harold is a trumpet player that has played with Jay-Z. He actually did the American Gangster soundtrack.
Oh wow, yeah. That was
He's
dope.
incredible. He's worked with Jill Scott. Everybody, like, he's just so great. Everybody loves him too. Shout out to you, Keon. And I called Keon and I said, Keon, I'm going to get an instrument. I think I'm going to get a horn.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, get a trumpet. I swear to God, I'll teach you. I'll help you out. You can call me sometimes, whatever. And so I went into the music store. They have horns. And I had the guy play everything. And I was like, I'm about to let him down because I'm about to get this tenor sax. I just love the tenor sax. The alto was nice, but it was given to
Masculine.
generic, like,
Okay.
to, like,
Kenny G.
not Kenny G, because that's a soprano.
Okay.
But it was given, I don't even want to say.
Go ahead, say it.
It just was giving me like KFC jingle vibes. It was given
Oh.
just too typical.
Yeah, like a typical sound.
It was given way too typical. But the tenor was like, it reminded me of like the horns that you hear in like Sade's music and Fela and like certain. I'm like,
You should know
I
about
need
Fela.
that rasp.
What you know about Fela? Come on
What you
now.
know about Fela?
Hold on.
Okay,
hold on.
we're getting to know each other here.
Okay, you know about Fela. Okay.
I play Fela.
Oh.
I like to believe I am Fela.
Wow.
I'm not.
Okay.
I like to dress like him sometimes. Wear crazy pants and
Yeah.
stuff. But
Well, I ain't want to interrupt your story. I'm gonna go back to that.
cause we can keep this ADHD conversation going.
No, because Fela, so for those who listen to music and understand, especially those who are from Africa, Fela was a how can I explain it? He was more of a freedom
Political
musician,
musician.
and his music was more chants.
His music. So, Fela was very political. Speaking of injustice in his music, and he is known to be the originator of Afro beats as we know it. I'm sure there's people before him that laid that foundation, and Fella himself was very inspired by James Brown. You know, he was in the 70s.
Yeah.
And you can definitely hear that funk in his music. But Fella is the GOAT.
Yeah,
Just look him up. Just look him up.
Yeah, that's how you spell Fela. Last name is Kuti. Kuti. Yeah, but that's dope. Okay, now I understand where your musical understanding or your musical, I guess, broadband would be. And okay, so when you play, is that the goal to reach the people like Bob Marley or Fella?
You know, this stuff really I wanted to say that this shit this shit chose me, if I must say.
Okay.
It did. You know, I didn't expect to. I bought a horn. I was a poker dealer, and I went through a really bad breakup, and I just got on the music scene and went to jam sessions. I will shout out Houston. I always have a love-hate relationship with Houston in the music scene because I started here. But there's jam sessions and, you know, safe places for me to go and get my feet wet. Lots of musicians who spent hours teaching me one song, one part of a song, you know. And so I don't like that Houston, and this tends to be the South generally, but I'll just speak on Houston, is like a chitlin circuit. Respectfully, I am nowhere near as good as a lot of people. There are some real legends in Houston, people that are so creative that business-wise I have surpassed. And I don't like that. I don't like the lack of business intelligence that some of these musicians lack.
Yeah.
Because it just makes me itch to know, like, damn, you really killing, and you doing a gig for how much?
Yeah.
You learn. I mean, I get that everybody has different reasons. Some people love their 9 to 5, or they satisfied with their life, or they like not gonna take that leap. They got kids and they got a family or whatever. But it's like, you know, it gets a little ridiculous how chitlin circuit this market could be. How some people are legends, and it's like this rites of passage. You know, that I've been to jam sessions, and, you know, musicians say, don't pass her the mic.
Really?
And I'm new, and respectfully, I'm not no killer ass musician yet, but I can afford to put you on a gig that you probably would never get paid a certain amount, but I have my own gifts, and I have my benefits and whatnot, and I feel like sometimes these musicians, I mean, that's really honestly what I'm complaining about has gone on. It used to be worse. You might get your ass whooped at a jam session back in the day, in the Charlie Parker and Coltrane days. If you get up on the stand and you can't play,
that's right,
they might whoop your ass.
Right.
So I'm not denying it, but I would just say some of those same people are asking me for business advice, and
I could say this. I know that a lot of artists in the city, from rap to musicians to DJs, a lot of people don't have that business acumen what you speak about, because one, they love it so much, they just want to get on, but they don't realize you're hurting everybody else that comes behind you, right?
I really wanted to say, like Pimp C said,
I'm
taking it to Houston, you fucking up the game.
For real.
You get no love.
But that's real, though. A lot of people don't understand that. Like, for instance, I DJ, right? But
me too.
So
yeah,
that's right. So we have something in common. So I DJ. So the thing is, my price is my price, right? But I'm not out here as a thirsty DJ trying to make sure that, oh man, I'm just trying to get on. I'm just trying to get at the popping spot. No, I don't care about the popping spot. As long as you pay me my just due, people behind me gonna get that. Now if you come behind me talking about give me 150, come on, man.
We all got things that we would do because we want to as well, and that's okay. If you like have a buddy that's having a party and you want to DJ it, you might have been there anyway. So, you know, we all. I'm not knocking anybody's hustle or anybody's gratitude towards money.
Yeah.
But some of these places are making
they're robbing you
a ton of money at the bar and all that. And furthermore, if you went to another city, you will be at the top of the chain. Some people, a lot of these musicians say to me, and I stay humble. Number one, because
That's good.
I've succeeded a lot in 3 years of playing sax, but you know,
You're good though. I'm
I'm all right. I'm all right.
So everybody, so I'm gonna tell you, Cleo right now, she is like being super humble, but you're real good, right? I saw your videos, right? I haven't seen you in person yet, but I seen your videos. I heard the sound. You're very good. I'm not saying that you're Coltrane or Miles Davis, but you're getting to that point. But that's like top of the top. That's like the mountain.
Yeah.
That's at the very
you
top.
might have to do some drugs to get on their level.
You know what I mean? But where you are right now, you're very good, right?
I thank you.
You have a strong sound, and it's very clear. So, in saying that, don't let her be over here coy, talking about, oh, well, I'm not really that good.
There's musician. Well, I consider you a musician for some reason.
Okay.
You already
Understand.
You gained that
Right.
knowing so much. You know, Icewood fella. I'm like, damn. Okay, you're a musician in my mind. But amongst musicians, I am okay.
Okay.
And that's technically, some would say I'm a prodigy for 3 years of time as an adult, not with a child's absorbent brain, if that's a word.
How you learned though?
Or
You never told us that.
okay, we hopping everywhere, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. So I bought the horn, and the gentleman, shout out to Fleming's Music Repair Store. Shout out to Wes. Wes over there in the Heights was my first teacher, and my first lesson, he said, "You're a little natural on this. You know, you might have played in a past life or some shit." And you know, I asked him. I was just eager to like, man, do you think I would be able to do a gig, and how much time and what? And I practiced a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I was around a lot of really great musicians. Lastly, on why Houston music scene bothers me. I have musician friends that have did the stuff everybody wants to do, and they are very encouraging, and they have never been discouraging. They have never told me, don't play. You shouldn't play this session. You shouldn't play. You don't know the chain. They ain't never said that. It's always the people who ain't where they want to be that want to look down, because in this day and age, you could just be grateful that someone is doing this as opposed to bending over with their tongue out, shaking their ass.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody want to be a rapper. Everybody want to sing and can't or whatever. You know, so, you know, I'm just being honest. So a lot of people up there, they also are so deep in the game, they can appreciate the excitement of a beginner. You never get that again. That feeling to want to practice 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
I practice 5 hours a day.
Really?
I do or die.
Really?
In cars, in the gym at night, in the apartment, in the gym. A lot of people used to walk in the gym in an apartment complex and be like, what the fuck? Like, what? Okay. So but it was just soundproof.
You was beating on your craft, basically.
I think I had no choice, because when I would go in public, people ears were shut and their eyes were open and say, oh my God, look at this girl with a saxophone. I want you to play at my sister's wedding. And all the musicians would be like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. How you want her to play? Did you?
You're saying that. Fleming's told you this. Mm-hmm. You already had the vision, and now you're being blessed with gigs that people are working so hard to get. Maybe you know what I call this? Purpose.
It's if I tell you, it's just strange, because growing up, I have a cousin who is the daughter of my uncle-in-law that is very talented, and she sang and played the guitar and played keys, self-taught, and dance her ass off. I mean, amazing childhood star. Mm-hmm. And my sister was a basketball star, so I'm nobody. I'm
nobody. You're somebody.
She can clean the shit out the bathroom or some shit. I'm that kid, you know. And I always been able to cook, stuff like that. But
you have to find your talent.
Yeah, I didn't. Mine's really whispered to me, and it came at such a convenient time, I will say. But it's strange, and I've had to really accept being an artist, because not being an artist, you hear what people think about artists. They think everybody trying to leech sleeping on somebody's couch. Artists are promiscuous, all this stuff. So I really just got comfortable with being like, yeah, I'm an artist. Because before I'm like, people just like, everybody wants to be an artist. Everybody's a model today. I'm a real rebel, and Instagram has ruined it for everybody.
So speaking of that, since you brought it up, I didn't bring it up. You brought it up. Hey, guys, I didn't bring this up. Cleo brought this up since you talked about being an artist and having people having that ideal or that understanding of artists are known as people that have multiple relationships. They are they are known for being heartbreakers,
being very free spirited, try drugs.
Yes.
Alcoholics.
Talk about it.
You know, they're not wrong, but they're not right.
It's a duality, right?
I'm a businesswoman, and I actually was raised to not. I didn't go to college. Never been to college. I was raised to be a wife.
Okay.
I was raised that this house, you better know how to cook, you better know how to clean, because you ain't no man. Everything was about having a man. And I value that. I'm actually happy in this day and age that I was raised that way, because I'm not one of these tough women that can. I commend y'all. I'm soft, man. I can't. I probably am driving around with no oil in my car and shit. I got stories. But anyways, I was raised that way. You know, didn't expect this. Didn't expect this at all. But it makes sense.
Right. So how does a person that has that passion and that thrill to be an artist, at the same time they're in a relationship but their partner doesn't understand what they have inside? How do they deal with that?
You know, I would say it can't work. You know, before I was in after poker, but before music, I was in film.
Okay.
I actually studied acting in Austin. I studied at different studios, and I went on to move to Atlanta for acting. I actually did very well. I booked more than I didn't book. It was like I just had it. Then COVID happened and so forth. But I have been in a relationship where my partner, my light was too bright.
Yeah, it's always on you, right?
And I say that, and the light go off over there. What
Right.
you got going on? You got?
Oh no, you said it. You spoke it.
All right.
Might be
Anyway.
voice activated. Go ahead.
No, right, right. No, but it can't work. It can't work because you need your partner to know who you are. Home is the only safe place we really have in life. So you'll dim your light to make them comfortable, or you won't, and then they gonna be like, "Screw this."
Right.
But I get it. It's terrifying being with an artist. You know, hell, I don't want to be with an artist.
Yeah, I never did it all.
I'm kind of like. I'm new to being an artist, so I'm kind of like always been entrepreneurial, plus the whole, housewoman vibe coming into being an artist. But artists need a certain level of freeness and vulnerability to even be great.
Yeah.
You can't even, like, the greatest people have been through horrific things. Think about Michael Jackson, and certain people like Charlie Parker. These people were super incredible through drugs or through bad trauma or certain things. So, being with an artist ain't for everybody. It looks so like, oh,
Right.
man, they can play, man. I mean, it's quite, it really is a charming thing, but for something serious, and then the lifestyle, being busy, having
All
to
the
travel.
time, going,
Some people don't understand why you got to practice 7 hours a day.
Right.
Why, as a lady, you might have to spend 12 hours in a studio with you and another male. That ain't something for everybody.
Yeah, they have
And I can't
stories.
vouch for every artist. I can vouch for myself, but it's a lot of artists that ruin it for us. They are on some nonsense. They do sleep with somebody in every city.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Good for them.
So,
But
So it's funny you said that because they have stories of like a Marvin Gaye, Donny Hathaway, to name a few. Their daughters, Layla Hathaway and Marvin Gaye's daughter, they spoke about how dysfunctional the household was, but how talented their fathers were.
Man, it's a gift and a curse. And what I've been told, shout out to Howard Locke the second. He always tells me, you got this fire. Don't get burned by your own fire.
Ooh, that's heavy.
And that's a fact. You got this fire. It fuels you. It takes you here. It takes you there. Your brain is your plane. You know, all of this and that. But you can burn yourself with your own fire. And yeah, I think that in order to even really be to tap into music where you create, you have to tap into some areas that can be very dangerous. You know, I play my horn totally different, you know, after I smoke some herbs.
Right.
And let my nerves go a little bit, and I hear that music differently. So I don't have addictive personality, but some people do.
Right.
Some people don't know how to handle admiration. Tons of women like, oh my God, women be on me? That's a whole nother conversation.
Well, you know, that's part of
Another
addiction too.
conversation.
Addiction could be, so Jay-Z got a song called The Lights. Addicted to the life. I'm sorry, the life. Right? That the life is addictive itself. When you have attention all the time, people want to be with you. People, not just with you, but people want your gift.
You got to know who you are outside of what you do.
Yes.
I always say to people, and God forbid, but I could break my arm and not be able to play my horn. Who am I?
Right. That's true.
What relationships have I built? I think COVID taught a lot of people this. Okay, your career is everything. Booked and busy, money, money, money. Okay, when we all sitting down, who you got now?
Nobody.
Exactly. So I feel like some of the best artists are people that have a stable home life. They partner don't have to be in the front. They could just, you know, but they have a stable home life, and it makes you more of a commodity when you're not as accessible. When you're like trustworthy, that like that person ain't getting drunk on gigs or before they shoot or whatever. This person is stable. I mean, that's when you really top tier level artists, when you don't get burned by your own fire.
Yeah. So as you talking, I'm thinking about an artist, Amy Winehouse.
That's my girl.
So Amy Winehouse was like
That's my girl.
So gifted, so talented. And if you hear her music, I'm thinking about
I
Valerie.
think we're friends now. Are we friends? Did you do research? Valerie is the song I sing all the
Valerie,
time.
right? And she was heavy into drugs, but she was very talented, right? And if you guys listen to Amy Winehouse or ever listen to Amy Winehouse, you could hear her pain in her music, but at the same time, you could hear her talent. She was super talented.
I mean, effortless. But and the thing about it is, the music that she put out she was giving us the same thing that killed. She got burned by her own fire. But her fire, she's giving us what's going on in her life.
Correct.
Songs, stories, and lyrics that you just won't get. You're not going to come up with that. You got to be going through something. And so we got all of her until there was no more. But yeah. I think also some people, that is their purpose. You are way more important once you die.
Yeah.
And it's so sad, but it's just like a fact that some people are meant to come here, do what they got to do, and they
roll
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's dope. Yeah. I named some artists that. I have more artists I can name. But
Don't do that.
There were a couple. Just a couple.
Don't do that.
We don't have the time because all the artists.
You named some
top.
And by the way, I have my chat with Cleo questions for you, which is gonna lead into that. But I'll let you.
Well, we could do that. You know what? I want to segue. Can we segue?
Sure.
Can we segue? First, let's toast. We're gonna toast.
Cheers.
To segue in.
Cheers.
To chat. What is it? Chat with
Chat
Cleo.
with Cleo.
Chat with Cleo.
It's my podcast. I'm gonna go like this because I'm gonna have it edited. Chat with Cleo.
So Cleo wanted to ask me questions.
By the way.
And it's cool.
This is gonna be really wrong.
We're gonna do chat with Cleo, and by having chat with Cleo, she's gonna ask me a couple of questions, and I hope these are questions that I can answer
They are.
Because if not, I'm gonna be like this here. Next question. Right. Anyway, so but while she's asking me questions, I'm gonna ask her questions also about the same questions that she's gonna ask me because I'm not a second
Oh,
grade,
wait a
right?
minute. You can't do that.
I'm not a pivot. You know.
Okay.
What
Number one.
okay.
Question number one.
Yes,
Chat
ma'am.
with Cleo with
Yes.
Adam here.
Yes, ma'am.
Just so we can know each other on a music level a little better. Are you more of a Michael fan or a Prince fan? Michael or Prince?
And okay.
Generally.
In general,
It's just about your personal taste.
Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Michael Jackson.
Okay. All right.
Do I have to go in depth?
I mean, you could give a little one, two.
Well, I like Michael because of I like both, but Michael Jackson more because Michael. One thing that changed my life in terms of music was Off the Wall. That record, Off the Wall, came out in 1984.
Oh, yeah.
Quincy Jones directed it.
Oh, yes.
That album did I actually have a shirt with Michael Jackson on it, but that album in itself did so much for me as a little black boy in New Orleans listening to Off the Wall, and that's why I say Michael Jackson. What about yourself?
Man, I love Michael. Actually, I cried when Michael died. I didn't cry when Prince died. But music-wise, Prince music, I relate to more.
Okay.
I'm more of like a 80s chick, spiritual, all that.
But that's a safe answer. I don't want safe answers. You gotta give like.
No, honestly, I think Michael and Prince, I can't even say I don't compare talents because I'm a musician and I know they're different. And Michael started at 5 years old type.
Yeah.
So, it's not really, they're not really comparable in a lot of ways. But I just say Prince music kind of embodies me. Like, I just love, pop life, times. Like, Prince music is spiritual. He talks about the afterlife and all that. So I feel like I'm deep like that. I'm real deep like that.
Yeah.
But Michael is just a gem.
Yeah.
We're just so lucky that he walked the earth. But yes, my personal taste. I'm like, if I had to drive 8 hours, I'd put on Prince before I'd put on Michael.
So musically, Prince, artistry, Michael. That's safe to say? Because Prince plays damn near every instrument.
Right.
So musically, Prince
was one of, and Geminis be like this, you should know. Geminis ain't never going to show you all who they are. They're onions. So we don't even know all of what Prince wrote songs we didn't even know he wrote for other people.
Yeah.
So I feel like we can't really compare them. Michael, of course, could dance his ass off. Michael, of course, could sing great. They're like almost not comparable.
Prince is my cousin. His real name is Robert Nelson. My name is Adam Nelson.
Are you a Nelson?
Yeah.
Is Prince your cousin, Club Shay Shay? God, dog. My drink just kicked in. I had to take you back. That little light skinned man, and you sitting here.
Well,
but no. Is he really your cousin?
No, I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
No.
That's some shit I would do. I've lied and said things, but like what you just said. But
next question.
Okay, next question.
You have 100 of them on that goddamn
phone.
I
just got a few.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna cut into. They're kind of random, and I'm kind of showing my personality. I try not to show so much of who I am.
Why not?
Because
being authentic is awesome.
I feel like, for those who know, I'm a Scorpio, very October, very nice Scorpio, and we like to keep some mystery to us. We don't want everybody to know us.
Everything, right?
We're friendly, and we're approachable, but you can't know everything about us. Yeah. So we just don't like that. But this is really random.
Okay.
And I play this with. I have a lot of male friends because I'm a musician.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a game called F1, Marry One, Kill One. And for the kill, it won't be an actual kill, just ditch.
So
ditch.
F1,
Marry One, Kill One.
Kill One. Okay, cool.
All right, we ain't killing nobody. Just putting that out there.
That's easy.
Ditch. We'll say ditch.
All right, ditch one. All right.
All right. You got Beyonce.
All right.
Beyonce, if you want to hire me or something like that, just disregard this. You got Beyonce, you got Rihanna, and you got Halle Berry. Okay. Everybody in their prime. F1, marry one, ditch one.
I would F. Halle Berry. I will marry Rihanna, and I will.
Well, yeah. You gonna ditch Beyonce?
This Beyonce.
Okay, I'm really not mad at you. I'm really not mad at you. I think a lot of men are like, my man.
Nah.
Because Rihanna seemed like the crazy chick, but like, look at her as a mother.
Yeah, right. She's a great
right
mother.
now. Yeah, she's like,
She's
it's a Caribbean woman thing that they know how to be wives.
Right. Mm-hmm. She could protect our house.
For sure.
Yeah. So
for sure,
I see that. But that's as an older individual. As an older man, if a younger man, of course, I'm gonna say Beyonce married, but nah, Beyonce is larger than life right now, and she's It wouldn't be.
I don't
good.
know. Older men like women that can cook, and Beyonce
Absolutely.
told us she'll burn down.
We want a wife.
Kitchen.
We don't want no like chick that we can just smash.
I love this because it leads into my next question. Oh, so I've been watching. This is when things get interesting. I've been watching you.
Okay.
And stuff you talk about, and you say, "Oh, if folks are single, you gotta be crazy.
Ooh.
If you fine and you single, you gotta be crazy.
Something ain't right."
Would you consider yourself a handsome man?
Yes.
A distinguished gentleman?
Absolutely.
Okay. You're single.
I am now.
Okay.
Okay.
That was a personal question. I almost apologize.
That's all good. No, it's all
I'm
good.
sorry, bro.
No.
Okay. And you're single. And I'll relate this to music, and I wanted to tie in music since I'm a musician.
Okay.
Do you feel like music has changed women? And I'll talk about women because you're a heterosexual male.
Has it changed women?
Do you feel like music has a lot to do with the struggles that we're having? And I'll speak about the black community. In the black community, we hear all these things about, women being for the streets, women being masculine, all that. Do you think music has something to do with that? And the music that was then, that was about love and all this, and can't wait.
I think some of the music has influenced a lot of the younger generation to do a lot of promiscuous acts and dress a certain way. I think that to what you said, back in the day, it was all about love, relationship, marriage, household, family.
Or, fun.
Well, their fun was with family.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of music now is not preaching family. Not Gutter. What my girl name is? I love her too.
Please don't.
Sexy Red, slim, thick, caramel skin.
This one I pause because I'm a brand now, and I have to just be like, I'd work with anybody. Let me just not say my actual.
But to answer the question, yes, I agree. A lot of music has influenced a lot of women in the way they carry on with, like, how they act in life, how they dress.
I want to correct you on something.
Mm-hmm.
I go out, and sometimes I see the older women worse than the young women.
Yeah, that's true.
And it looks worse.
But you didn't say age. You just said.
You said the older. You said the newer generation.
Did I say? Oh, I'm sorry.
And I'm sorry, the aunties that be out.
They do
outside.
be outside.
You like that.
Ooh,
you like
they
them.
be outside.
You like the aunties.
Cougars.
I ain't mad at you.
They be growling too.
I ain't mad. That's why you ain't got no problem with it.
Hey,
you
look.
like, go on, let that.
Hey, they had that cheetah print on. If they come outside with that cheetah print on, I'm ready.
With the red lips, honey.
Oh my goodness, I'm ready.
Oh, okay.
Now look, if they got white heels on, I can't talk to them. White heels, for some reason, they do something to me. I can't. It's like Usher. It giving me Usher in the church. But they got that cheetah print. If they got that cheetah print on,
Lord.
oh my goodness. He ready with spandex. What's the outfit they have now? The all-in-one joint, the romper,
Yeah, I guess.
the bodysuit, the full bodysuit. That's what it's called.
Well,
Hey, we love aunties.
I ain't mad at you.
Yo.
But I just say that to say that, I just notice in my community that the young women are actually more, or the younger generation has influenced the older generation more than vice versa.
Do you agree with this? I heard this on the Breakfast Club today. They said that a lot of older women over 40 they look way better than the women in their 20s. Think about it.
I'm gonna say, if they do, when they do.
I'm saying now at this present moment, the women in their 40s and 50s are looking better than the women in their 30s and 20s.
I think the food was better then, and their generation wasn't. They came out when they were young, it was lip gloss, some big gold earrings, and everybody had natural hair, or
Right.
you might have had your own hair with a perm or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a lace front that's pink. When
Ooh.
when your generation, everybody has their parents were looking like, girl, what the hell with these big ass earrings, and
Right.
so the newer generation, what they like is just less tasteful. We're just going down, to be honest. So I think that's it. But I think when they get older, who knows? And then people ate at home a lot more. So I would say because of society and the pace of life,
Okay.
yes, a lot of young girls are only fine because they have age on their side.
Yes.
I would say so. Older women leveled out. A lot of them, I will say, got their body done though.
Yeah, you get the mommy
They
makeover.
getting snipped and dipped, and a lot of them
They had 4 kids
look
though.
like Donkey Kong in a romper to me, to be honest. And you can't, the waist trainers, all that. You ever? I should see. This is bad for my brand.
Not Donkey Kong.
This drink. I'm just be honest. They look like I'm serious. I think people think that if your waist is small, your arms can be big, flabby, everything can be
Don't do that.
sloppy.
Don't do that.
Because your waist is small, because you got your waist done. I do know my friends are older women. I don't roll with young chicks. My friends are in their 40s and 50s.
Okay.
A lot of them look excellent.
Yeah.
And I think they have more class, and less is more to them. They don't have to do all this makeup and hair.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to have to agree after talking all that shit.
Good. Thank you.
I had to get that out because, goddamn, y'all, stay away from these doctors. Just go to the gym. Just go to the gym. Like, we know that your belly button didn't look like that. But anyway, God, dog. This damn vodka got me out here about to ruin my brand. I'm sorry.
I didn't do nothing.
You did. Edit this out. But, yeah, so I would say yes, though. My generation is screwed.
Yeah.
They eat like shit. They drink too much.
Mm.
They got a thing for taking a Mexican girl's hair and scalping it and putting it right on their head, and they don't even care about the glue and all that.
It's okay. It's look.
Yeah, it's
but
rough. It's rough out here.
But it's no diss.
It's rough.
We're not dissing nobody. We're just saying that the generations are different because we're going back to the music.
Right.
What's influence
Yeah.
and if artists are influencing individuals and this is what they see the fake bodies, they see the tattoos, they see the hair, they see all this this outside stuff, they're gonna emulate it. I get it.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most will. Unfortunately, and that makes it so unbearable for me to even exist in my generation.
But the good thing is this: you're doing it in another way, even though you're part of the generation, but you're doing it in a different way. So you're in the generation, but you're not of the generation.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
No. I said I lied to this man. No, I ain't. I know. I haven't. I feel like Uncle Ruckus, no relation.
Okay.
No relation. I don't relate to them at all.
Zero.
At all. Zero.
Conversations, no nothing.
I mean, I just like, no. We can't talk about anything. I don't want to hear every ad lib of Megan, of Sexy Red, of Cardi. I mean, it's just giving no substance. I'm a very deep woman, and I'm intellectual. And I'm not knocking anybody. Have fun. Be outside or whatever. But I think ignorance is bliss. It's fun to just be in your youth and do all that and follow the times. But when you realize that these chicks are making children, these little boys growing up without their daddy, and the little girls is twerking at 3 years old, and you see all this and you like, I'm not ignorant enough for this. I cannot support this. I cannot. You literally our bloodlines being ruined. Our people are being ruined by fun and being distracted and selling out. And then I know on the artist standpoint, the people that we're following that's telling you F niggas and all this stuff, they somewhere crying over a nigga. They ready to kill themselves over a nigga, but they telling you fuck niggas, get money type shit. So I just feel like we got to be smarter than that.
But that's why we have people like you to reverse that.
Yeah.
Next question.
Even though I feel like it.
Next
I
question.
quit.
We got two more. We got two more questions.
Okay.
Two more.
For me?
Two more. I thought you
From
had two
me?
more
All
right here.
That's all I had.
Oh, that's all you had. Two questions.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll ask you one more.
Okay, one more. The people have a question for you.
Okay.
All right. This is what I told people that you was going to be on, and some of the people that seen you out before, they wanted to have a question for you. They wanted the question was the look. Where did you get the look from?
Oh, I can't. No.
That was the question. Because everybody's influenced by something. We talk about music and everything, but everybody's influenced. So the look that you have.
I'm so sorry to disappoint y'all. I can't say.
Oh, okay.
Is that one day, just know this, one day, y'all will know. And everything will make sense. But I'll just say this, to not just leave you hanging. I represent being proud to be a black woman, being proud to have textured hair, and I am a rebel. Now, I don't say that like I'm just so proud, but just at heart, I don't want to look like everybody else.
Yeah.
I'm just not that person that wants to look like everybody else, and it would bother me too. So I admire, I think subconsciously, watching women like Pam Grier, Eartha Kitt, and Dorothy Dandridge, and all these women, and I love looking like
a black woman.
Yes, absolutely. But I'm also like extroverted and I'm eccentric, so of course that's going to show as well. And I'm stuck in the 70s. I'm very much, if you listen to music with me all day, I'm so stuck in the 70s.
Oh, you like the 70s music too?
I'm so stuck there.
Have you ever seen Austin Powers?
Yes, and I hear it all the time.
And Beyonce when she was on there with the afro and
I
the
hear it
platforms?
all the people always tell me that. It's so funny. It's that or it's I look like Janelle Monáe. And I'll take both. I'll take both.
Yeah, you do like Janelle Monáe. You do, huh? I didn't realize that.
That's what people say.
If you wore a tuxedo, they'll probably think you're Janelle
I
Monáe.
did. And people, if I wear white and black, people are like, oh my God, you look like, yeah, I'll take it. Both stunning.
They both great artists.
Yeah.
So that's a good lineup to be in.
It is.
So, but guys, look, we got to get out of here, man. But Cleo, I need for you to give the people information. Where can they find you? You got anything coming up? Anything that you want the people to know? How can they get into contact with you?
Well, you can follow me on Instagram at the Cleo Foxx Show. I am a saxophonist, a DJ. I'm probably not as good as Adam here, but I'm a DJ. I do some singing as well. So follow me on Instagram. And if you have an event call me if you want upscale. If you want somebody to play in the backyard, whatever, so-and-so, I'm probably not the person. I probably charge too much. But if you want to blow your audience away, if you want to have an event and people just be talking about it for months, then you call me.
Yeah.
And I will deliver that. I play all genres, despite what you see on my page. I play all genres, and I really cater to my clients. Also, just support my music. I have a single coming out, my first single coming out on my birthday, October 25th. Oh my God, I gave out some personal information.
Hey, we partying on the 25th. It's coming next 2 weeks.
Yeah, so I have a single coming out. A lot of people have been wanting to hear, what I would put out if I created something. And it's a start. So make sure that you check that out and stream it. And, stay tuned, y'all. I just want to say this before we close.
Yeah.
I really represent, if we take nothing from this podcast or anything that I said, if I offended anybody, just take this. If you have something that you want to do, I am giving proof to adults that you can do it, that the adult brain can learn things and you can totally transform your life. You don't have to have a plan. Things don't even have to make sense. So if you have something you want to learn how to do, paint, It don't even have to be in art. You know, everybody's not into the art stuff. It could be learn how to fix a car or something, or mechanics, or it could be anything. You really should do it and not waste the time, because if you do decide to do it, you'll wish that you started sooner. And so, yeah, I think people sleep on adults trying new things, and I'm giving proof. And I believe that's really why I'm even alive, to show people that you don't have to be a child and have been doing things your whole life or have all this support from your family. None of that. You can totally learn an instrument as an adult. You can learn how to sing. You can learn how to paint. You could start dancing. You could do anything. So that's me overall.
I love it.
So yeah, that's all.
I love the transparency and the message. That's all I love. So, guys, when you hear the music, you already know what it is. Look, Cleo, first of all, I'm glad for you coming on to the show.
Thanks.
Right? I thank you guys for tune into the show. I'm pretty sure, you guys are eager to hear Cleo on the saxophone. I'm telling you, she's real good. And like she said, this is how I know she's.
I received that.
Yes. So guys, look, we got to get out of here, man. Y'all know who I am, man. I'm Mr. DJ KO at Culturally Distinct Podcast. Man, I thank you guys for tuning into the show. Also, I'd like to give a big shout out also again to my sponsor, 605 Adult Beverages and Red Coral Universe. Much love to you guys. Cleo, I thank you for coming back on.
Thank you.
Look, one more time before we get out of here, give the people your social media information.
Cleo Foxx here. You can find me at The Cleo Foxx Show. I'm your saxophonist and your DJ.
What's the podcast?
Oh, my podcast. Of course. Chat with Cleo. It's on my Instagram,
Okay.
Yes, you'll see a lot more from the podcast as well, along with a snippet of this.
Yes, absolutely.
But yes, Chat with Cleo is a podcast, and just stay tuned, guys, on my artist journey, on my musical journey, and I hope that we can connect, or that I can inspire people.
Absolutely. You're doing it already, so this show is going to come out next Monday, so you're going to inspire a lot of people already, so be on the lookout. People going to see you in the street, they're going to be like, I didn't know you were so transparent, but I'm going to edit it out. I'm going to edit a lot of stuff out. But anyway, but guys, we got to get out of here, so word of the day. So Cleo, we have a word of the day before we leave, so give us a word of the day. Just one single word. I'm going to help you.
Saxophone.
Saxophone. There we go. Saxophone.
I saved myself. My intrusive thoughts were about to win. There's my
Look, I didn't do it. We over here drinking water, and I don't know what's going on. I think the 605 got it right now. I don't know. But guys, look, we got to get out of here, man. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. It's a great show. Tell your folks, tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what we got going over here. It's going to be great, man. I thank you guys for keep supporting the show, man. We keep growing. Thank you guys. I love you guys, and you guys can't do nothing about it, man. Peace out.